Hello everyone, Jainam Shah this side, and again we are going to start with one another workflow. So if you guys are going to check the previous video, you would be seeing that we have already discussed the email classifier. So basically I would be showing you how it was doing, like what exactly it was doing. uh, yeah, so this is my account and I would be opening my Gmail over here. So basically this was trying to classify email on the basis of whether it is from the customer support, whether it is some marketing thing, finance and marketing, or else whether it is some priority message which is very important to us, which is supposed to be like message has to be sent right now, right, like very immediately, right? So that was the thing. And there was fourth also. Yeah, so over here these are the labels over here. So customer support, finance, promotion. Yeah, so if anyone is advertising, it will hit promotion label, right? So we were able to create this labels. We have created this labels, and our email classifier was seeing which of category it is falling, and it was labeling them accordingly, right? Now today we are going to start with email classifier 2. Like we are going to add little bit more complexity over here. We would be adding more logic over here. So I would be opening my N10. Now again we are going to start with first trigger. As you guys know, over here our trigger is going to be our email itself. So whenever we are getting one new email, right, so we would be, our workflow is going to hit, right? So we would be choosing this. I would be choosing my credentials over here. We would fetch the fetch test event, and we would be getting one mail over here, right? Now for this I would be sending one mail to my own self, right? So you would be also getting the idea, right, that it is falling in any of the categories. For time being we are going to only go with priority. For customer support we would be having one another video, separate video, or else this would go very long. So yeah, so let's mail first to myself. Okay, first I need to open my Gemini, because over here I have certain examples, right? So that's what we are going to open. Side by side we would be also clicking compose. 2 we are going to go with my ID. Yeah, so we have successfully opened our Gemini. Over here I would be going with this thing, email classification, right? So over here probably we would be getting, so see, I take a lot of examples from this only, right? It gives me, like it helps me with a lot of codes also. So whenever you are you are in between something, you are not able to solve it, you can go over here. Anyways, we would be copying this. This is the body of email, control C, and we would be going over here, control V. I don't think there is need of subject right now. Yeah, let's hit subject as well, so you get a better idea. Let's do this as well. We would be pasting this. We would be hitting send over here, and this mail has been sent, right? We would be executing that workflow once more. Let us check whether we have got that mail or not. Yeah, so we got that mail, and now we would be again execute same thing. So fine, so probably now we might have got the mail which we have recently sent. Yeah, same thing we are getting. Okay, I don't know what is this over here. Just a second. Fine, anyways, yeah, now we would be passing over here this to email classifier or text classifier, right? This is going to classify our emails on the basis of, so this would be our, we can rename this by email classifier, right? Over here the things which, okay, one more thing. So whenever you are executing this, there is something called as simplify. So if you are going to see the mail which has been sent over here, they are just summarizing this and it is sending. So just turn this off and you would see right now you are getting just this much information. Now just check, you would be getting this much of information, right? So simplify just sends the kind of what we can say summarized message. It doesn't send everything. So we would be going with we would be turning off simplify button, right? Anyways, now over here we would be going with subject. So the subject which is in mail, so it would be somewhere down over here. So this is the subject, just send over here. We can drag this, right? This is the beauty of our N10. Anyways, next we would be going with message. So message which has been sent to us is this text. So now see, there is no that thing which was coming initially. That was because we were seeing snippet. Anyways, so message also we have sent, right? And we have done. Now over here we are going to add categories, right? Like this only we have done in previous video, but you guys can see that as well if you are having any like difficulty in understanding that. Yeah, now we would be copying this because this is our one of the categories. We would be pasting this over here. Next, in description, again we would be copying the description over here and we would be simply pasting that over there. This is what we are going to do, right? Apart from this, we would be adding one more category which is customer care, customer support. And what would be the logic behind this, we would be seeing in next video, right? So for now we would be just keeping logic for the priority thing. Fine, we are getting this and we would be getting one more category. If none or else none of the above. So this category is going to be hit, our N10 is going to hit or our AI is going to hit this when none of them is going to match. Description, doesn't match. I guess there is some spelling issue over here. Yeah, fine. So this is what is our logic. Fine, we would be connecting this via our AI node, right? So we would be going with Gemini. Over here we would be choosing this. So as you guys know, I have already told you that if you are on the learning phase, you can go with Gemini because it is free, and we would be executing this. It should hit priority thing. Let's check. Yeah, and we are successfully getting that it is hitting the priority, right? Anyways, we would drag this little bit over here. Fine. Now we would be adding another logic over here. Now simply see what we tend to do. We don't check mails that often, right? But we tend to check our email, we tend to check our telegrams and WhatsApps very often. So I would be using one telegram node over here, which means we would be getting this message directly to our telegram. So over here we would be using send message. Send message, send a text message. This is what we are going to use. Now chat ID we don't know, so what we are going to do, there is one of the easiest way, right, to do. Open your telegram node, right, and you would figure out over there using this bot father, but we won't be doing that. There is very way easier way. So just go with telegram, right? Over here it would be send message, send a text message, right? Now okay, sorry, not this, delete this. I would be using trigger over here. So telegram, go to telegram and go for triggers. Over here you would get on message, right? Now this is connected to my Telegram account, and now when I would be executing this, right, it is listening right now. Open your Telegram and send any gibberish message, whatever you want to send, in the bot which is connected to this, right? This I have shown you how to connect your bot and all, right? So still, if you need any guidance, you can just write down in comment box. I will make one video. Right now, just check this. I have wrote something FGH, right? That's what we are getting over here, which is FGH, right? And over here, this is the ID. This is the ID which we wanted. So just copy this, and now there is no need of this node, so delete this. Or else it would be very long method. You have to go in your chat, this chat father or something, bot father in Telegram, and then you have to do all that stuff. So it's better do this. Fine. So we got this. Let's just hit hi. So whether we, okay, just let hit hi over here. Let's see whether it is, we are getting message or not. Yeah, so see, whatever we have sent, we are getting same message over here. Anyways, also we don't want this node over here, which is, just copy this chat ID once more. We want, so over here it would be sending one message to us, but we want that we would be also responding this back. So we would be using another node, which is, go again Telegram, click over here, and over here you should get, okay, type message first, send me message and wait for response, which means now it is going to wait for our response as well. Chat ID we would be also pasting same thing. Now over here we would be passing subject equals to, anyways, this we can copy from our previous node itself. Just a second, we can copy it from here, Control C, and this is what we would be pasting over here. So this same thing we would be getting in our Telegram node. Fine. And now we would be hitting execute. So see, you would be getting this. Also, if you are going to check over here, you would be getting this thing, which is, this message has been sent by N10 or something. So this we can turn it off, add over here, like add options, append N10 attribution, and turn this off. Now execute this once more. Okay, we won't able to execute this once more. Why? Because over here it is waiting for our approval, right? So we are going to like turn this execution off, and we would be executing this once more. And see, now if you are going to click approve over here, open. Fine. So this is what it is going to open, but this is again we don't want. Why? We want to send some message over here. So what we can do, instead of this approval thing, we would be using over here free text, which means the person who is reading all this, he would also able to send the message over here, right? We would be executing this once more, and this is the last time. Fine. Now see, this is what is the subject, urgent feedback and all, and hi team, I have attached, so they are saying that meeting is for 5 p.m, right? So what we can do, we can respond over here. It is going, now if you are going to check your this N10, it is still in that phase where it is executing thing, right? So it is going to be completed once we are going to send message. So let's send one message over here. Okay, this was the tab, sorry. Yeah, so over here, instead of this, I will say I have a meeting. Okay, I have a meeting. Keep, so see, we are texting back in very informal way. Now our AI is going to generate a mail which would be very, very formalized, right? So I have a meeting, keep it for 6 p.m, right? And we would be sending submit, and same message we would be getting in our N10 also. So just check, if you are going to see, now this has been executed, and same thing we are getting over here, right? So this is the good thing. Anyways, now this message we would be passing to another AI node, and that is the one who is going to draft one mail for us. Okay, so over here we would be going again with AI. right? Over here we would be defining this below, and over here what we want, first we would be sending the subject, or there is no need of subject I guess over here, or let's send subject also. Subject sent subject of message, and over here we would be dragging this. Next we would be message sent by person, and this message would be over here, this thing. Then what else? So we would be also getting the name of the person. See, this is over here, if you are going to see, this is the email ID of the person and this is the name of the person. So we would be dragging this name of the person sending message. So over here we would be sending this and enter, and last message which we want to send to person. So this would be the latest execution which is over here. So this text, I guess this is very easy. Everyone understood also, I guess everyone understood what is the logic behind this. You would be pressing one enter over here, so that yeah, this is more structured. So see, this is the subject of the message, message sent by person, message which we want to send to person, and name of the person sending the message. So over here we can keep this at end. Okay, we won't able to do anything over here, we would be doing over here, sorry. So control X would be cutting this part, and we would be pasting this over here. Fine, and this is done. And now we would be like putting one system prompt over here instead of this. So system message I have already generated, and this I have already kept in my notepad. So let's see. Yeah, so this is the one. We would be control A. Again I use Gemini to make this, so you can also use Gemini, and then you can make like you can ask ChatGPT or something to check it, right? It is in your hands, right? Claude we can't use because it would be very expensive. So yeah, this is what we are doing, right? So let's maximize this once so that you would get an idea. I guess we would able to see in this only. See, so you are a KD enterprise, you are the KD enterprise support specialist. Your goal is to provide okay, so this is for customer care. Sorry, this is for customer care. So we would be removing this, and now I guess we have to type the message on our own only. So chalo, it is good thing. So let's hit this. This is what we would be using in customer care support, right now we would be using. Okay, so I have already made this workflow and we haven't named this, so we would be naming this as email classifier. Fine, so we would be writing one system message over here anyways. Fine, so over here system message we would be writing. First see, over here you are an email specialist, generate an email on the basis of the information given to you. Fine, so this is what we are going to send. I'm not I guess over here we have done good enough, so I don't think there is need of anything else. And over here we would be using Gemini again. I guess we would able to connect this over here only. Fine. So let's execute this. Let's check this once. Okay, the subject we are getting fine, just a second. Yeah, subject we are getting feedback fine. So see, it is using name Hi Jainam, and this name it is getting from, yeah, fine, thank from the name which we have sent over there, right? Thanks for sending over the final draft. Unfortunately I have fine. So see, we haven't asked this to make a formalized mail, but still it is keeping this. Would you like to possible? It's fine. So see, you guys can read this, please let me know. And over here we can ask him to always sign off as Jackie. And over here we want subject and message separately. So what we can do, we can use one system parser also, structured parser also. And see, over here now we are getting best Jackie. Fine. So we would be using one subject parser over here. Okay, first we need to turn on this button, which is required a specific output, right? How to use parser we have already discussed, structured output parser, right? Over here again I would be using Gemini to, yeah, so generate an JSON for, I guess this is not working, fine. So we would type generate an JSON for structured output parser, structured output parser for getting subject and body separately. Keep it too short. Fine. So we are also saying to keep it short because I have seen multiple times that it is generating a very big JSON which is very complicated, which is not at all needed. Anyways, this is compact version of JSON 24. Huh? Okay, generate an JSON for structured output parser for getting subject and body separately. Keep it short. So generate JSON for it. Fine. So probably this should work. We are getting, yeah, so this is what we want. This is what we are going to simply copy, and this is what we would be pasting over here. Yeah, fine, this should work. Let's execute this once more. Yeah, let's check this. So we are getting subject separately and this separately, and see, you guys can read this. Thanks for sending over draft proposal on 5 p.m. I have prior meeting, right? This is what we wanted, that we are having on prior meeting, and due to which if you can keep it on 6 p.m. or something, right? So see, it has formalized it very much. Now we would be using one Gmail node over here so that it is going to send this mail, right? So we would be using send a message, right? Over here if you are going to see, to would be from over here. So the one who is sending us to same person we would be sending this message. So over here we should get from. So this is the from, this is what we would be passing over here, right? Apart from this, subject, 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 we are getting over here in the last node, which is AI node. So just pass this over here, and then you can go for, okay, sorry, this is not the subject, this is the subject, and our body would be over here. We would be turning this to text. Fine. And yeah, this should work. Let's execute this. Yeah, this is what we would be doing, and let's execute this. We have sent message successfully. We would be checking our Gmail. Right now, see, I have two accounts over here. This is where I am getting the message, right, and this is the account from where I have sent the message. So we would be opening this, I guess. It's loading. Yeah, so if you guys are going to see, we are getting this. See, this is the feed, this is the title, and this is the message. Again, see, we are getting this, that this email was sent automatically by N10. So this we can turn it off, and you guys know how to do. If you want, we can do that once more. We can click this node over here. We can go down over here. We can add options. We can go with append N10 attribution, and we can turn this off, and we can execute this once more. And now we would be getting a message without this, right? Next, we would be going with the customer care, right? The last video we have classified email on the basis of that priority, customer care and all. So you guys can watch that video also, right? This time I haven't added tags because I know how to. You guys know already how to add tags, not tags, sorry, labels. You already know how to add labels, so I'm not going into that thing, right? We would be checking this again. This is one new message, and now there is no N10 thing, right? So this you can apply in your offices, right? Like you won't be having you won't able to mail a person every time, but let's suppose you are getting a message on your Telegram or something. We can also do one more thing over here. I can give you an idea. So once you are getting this email classifier, you can use one summarizer. Like you can use one AI summarizer who can summarize everything for you, and then it is going to send message to you. Because if you know, in corporates, like they are going to draft very long messages, like the final outcome of that thing is very small. So what we can do, you can summarize that, and then you can hit your Telegram node, and then finally you can use Telegram as a communicator, right? You are communicating whatever you want to communicate on Telegram, and then your AI agent is drafting that mail and it is sending to the required person, right? You can also do, instead of send message, you can use one audio thing, right? You can generate one audio, and that audio can be converted into text, and then it can be sent, right? We can do that as well. Just let me know if you want to see something like that. I will make one video on that as well. Fine. So we would be saving this workflow, and we would be ending this video over here. Chalo, thank you.